For our return row, which is now row 2 of the main pattern, I've already worked the 3 selvage stitches and slipped my marker. I'm going to show you how to work into that increase we made in the previous row. So we're going to continue very similar to the pattern we've been doing. So we're going to take our yarn to the front and we're going to slip that first stitch purlwise with the yarn in front and do a yarn over. So that's a slip 1 yarn over. And then this next stitch is going to be a knit. It's not exactly a bark because it doesn't have a wrap to go with it because of the way we did that increase. So it's just going to be a knit stitch. And then the next one is a slip 1 yarn over. And now we're ready to bark that next stitch. So now we're going to bark and slip 1 yarn over the rest of the way across the row. Slip 1 yarn over, bark the rest of the way across the row. When you get to that last barked stitch, not too difficult because it's just 1 from when we did that decrease in the previous row. Then we end as we've been doing with our 3 selvage stitches. Slip 1, knit 1. Slip 1. And so that's row 2 of the pattern. So rows 3 and 4 are going to be, after we do our selvage stitches, it's going to be slip 1 yarn over bark all the way across the row. So it's just the same as we did in setup row 4. We're going to do that for rows 3 and 4. So now we have a 4-row pattern. We have row number 1, which has that increase and decrease. Row number 2 is just working back in our brioche pattern and incorporating the decrease and increase from the previous row. And then rows 3 and 4 are our plain brioche stitch. And we're going to do that, those 4 rows for the rest of the pattern. If you'd like, you can use a 3rd stitch marker to mark the right side, your front side, so you know if you're on an even row or an odd row. Or another way that I keep track of this is that if your yarn tail is at the beginning of your row, you are ready to start an odd row. So our yarn tail is at the beginning along with at the front of the work along with the working yarn. So now I'm ready to do a row 1. And that is our full pattern.